we have so-called interval processes in the cloud. We go to programming. And what those interval processes do is basically you have a complete time of the whole process, which can last for days or even weeks or continuously. And then in that time, there's always two different states in the controller. For example, one is climate and the other one is changing the air. So what we have is we have the possibility to open a step. I already created one, which I am now going to do a new one. I call it climate. So I have basically a climate process where I add the humidity control as a band where I can say +5, -7 in the humidity settings before it starts working. Then I go to pause code on the bottom and I choose, for example, pause code 2. And there I can use also total time in hours. So I can actually on the controller say I want this to do that step for 200 hours. And in those 200 hours, I always want to switch between working mode and pause mode. And here I can, in the pause code 2, I can also decide if I want to have a dynamic regulation or not. So that means that even in the pause, I could run on humidity, which I don't want to do right now. Second process that I call inside here is change air. Now I have climate and then change air. And now I set another relay. Relay I call fresh air flaps. And then I have a motor which runs and puts the air through the whole system. So what I do here is the fresh air flaps. I only want to activate them when I'm in the change air state. So I click once, that means static on. I click twice, which means in work mode only. And then I click a third time. And then we have it here on pause mode only. On the motor, I actually want the exact opposite. I want it only in work mode activated. So I click once, I click twice. On in work mode only. We can see on the sign here and the sign here is the same. That way I have first, let's say 4 hours of climate, and then I want half an hour of changing the air. And that's where the fresh air opens.